Greetings folks, and I hope you all know where your House of L command keys are, wherever you are in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview. So, I want to say the pre-orders for this figure have gone up. They haven't. They won't go up until tomorrow. So today's the 16th, so they're due up tomorrow the 17th. But Inart have dropped the photos that go with that pre-order on us already. And I've got to say it's looking very, very good indeed. I am exceptionally excited for this one. So yeah, it is none other than the Man of Steel himself, Superman, aka Mr. Henry Cavill, who arguably is the second best Superman of all time, in my humble opinion. You all know who the first one is. From arguably the best Zach Synders directed movie of all time as well. Once again, in my humble opinion, I think Man of Steel, 300 and Watchmen were the best films that Zach Synders have ever made, and everything seems to have gone downhill a little bit since then. But enough of my ramblings. Let's dive in. Well, before we dive in, I would like to send the usual Krypton-size shout out to everybody who supported the channel. And please drop a like and hype on this video as it helps other people find Go Figure. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're sure not to miss any of the 1/6 scale reviews, previews, news, tours, showcases that don't just include 1/6 scale, they also include 1/4 scale, action figure and statues, movie memorabilia, prop replicas, and all the rest of that stuff that we've got coming up. So without further ado, let's dive in. And as you've probably noticed, I am super stoked for this one, so I'm going to have to curb my enthusiasm a little bit on this one. I slept on the BVS version and have regretted it ever since, so I can't see me sleeping on this one. But on to the photos. And the first shot. Yeah, Inart have been working their magic again, folks, by the looks of it. They don't seem to be able to drop the ball, and it doesn't look like they've done it here. This looks phenomenal, in my opinion. Could we be on for the definitive 1/6 scale Henry Cavill as Superman? I think there's a distinct possibility, but straight away, I am super impressed with this head sculpt. We've got that that unique Superman outfit that we saw in Man of Steel, slightly toned down. They upped the ante in BVS, went a bit more vibrant, but in the original movie itself, it was a little bit more toned down, but it was super shiny, and they've captured that beautifully with those muted sort of blue-grey tones of the suit itself. The material looks excellent, as does the stitch work. The S on the chest, as far as I can tell anyway, looks absolutely nailed on. It's got that shiny quality, as I've already mentioned. The cape looks perfect, very flush to the shoulders there, as it was in the film. But it's this head sculpt. Wow, I am blown away by the quality of the head sculpt here from Inart. Their head sculpts have got to be up there with some of the best in the 1/6 scale world. And it doesn't look like they've disappointed here. I heard a lot of people talking about the skin tones were a little bit too pale in the BVS version, but having revisited the movie, the skin tones were muted. He didn't look super tanned. He had an almost pale complexion to him, and they've captured that beautifully here, I think. There's that hint of 5 o'clock shadow. It is unmistakably Henry Cavill, unmistakably Superman. You've got the dimple in the chin there, the high cheekbones, that chiseled look have all been captured perfectly. The eyes themselves, super glassy, on point, sculpted hair, slightly longer than we saw in BVS. Obviously had a bit of a haircut in between, but in the initial Man of Steel film it was slightly longer, and they've captured that beautifully there. The shape, the colour, the individual strands are all on point. They've dropped a lot of photos on us here in Art, as they normally do, so we're going to zip through them fairly quickly. Second one here now. This is the alternate head sculpt, I believe. Well, no, it's not. I'll rein in myself here a little bit. There are 2 head sculpts, I believe, with this, but don't quote me on that because we've got no official blurb yet. But it looks to me like, anyway, from these photos at least, that there are 2 head sculpts. This is the more sort of stoic look, but we've got one with a slightly more open mouth, more aggressive look. We'll see that in a minute, but more importantly here is what you stow these spare head sculpts on, and they've given us this bust-like, what looks like a bust anyway, to store the the alternate head sculpt on, I think it looks wonderful. I've got to say, I love this idea. Rather than just sticking a head sculpt in a spare head sculpt in a little plastic thingamajig, that they actually give us this this beautiful bust to display it on. I think it looks wonderful. Looks like it's pretty much the chest area, including the S, with partially the cape going on there, cut off at the shoulders, and I think it looks wonderful. So yeah, a chef's kiss there to Inart for providing this. But once again, the side angle here on the head sculpt is just. I've been in the collecting game a long time. Regulars to the channel will know. Heard me say this on numerous occasions, but it bears repeating. I've been collecting now for 10, 15, something like that years, maybe even longer. And it never ceases to amaze me how far we've come in such a relatively short space of time in the quality of the head sculpts, and that is amazing in my opinion. It's very well lit. It's obviously it's doing the head sculpt a lot of favors, but it's just beautiful, from the color of the lips to the eyebrows to the hair, everything just on point. Let's move on to the next. Now this is the other head sculpt, I believe, and it's not vastly different. We don't have a shouty or angry head sculpt. But there's more aggression in there, more perturbed, shall we say. Slightly more furrowing in the eyebrow areas there, and the mouth is slightly open. I'm at a loss to which one I prefer. I think I slightly prefer this one. This is only the second time I've seen these photos, but I think I'm liking this one slightly more, just because I feel it's more dynamic, more expressive than the stoic one, but I think both are equally as good. Yeah, and once again, I could bang on about skin tones, textures and sculpt here till the cows came home. Let's move on to the next photo. Back to the stoic one. What can I say? I'm going to get in closer. I'm going to lean in here, even down to, we've got eyelashes going on in there. If you can, if you can see this in the sort of the transfer from photo to video. Superb. There's this slight reddening in the corners of the eyes there. Those eyes are beautiful, just the right color. It's damn near perfect. I can't fault this head sculpt. Some head sculpts, there's just something in there, just a little thing. It could be the tiniest thing that lets it down, but not this one. For me, that is spot on. Now, I am no Superman PhD student, however, I do know a fair bit and I'm a big fan. And I know this suit's going to get taken apart, as is this head sculpt, but I really can't see anything wrong with the head sculpt. The suit, some people might start arguing about weaves and slight tonal changes, but I can't see a problem with that either. But let me know your opinion in the comment section below. We've got our first all shot here, and this is where this suit really shines for me. Forgive the pun, but it's got that sheen to it. It's reflecting the light beautifully. That deep blue, sort of slate grey look is all nailed on. The cape, it looks like there might be two capes with this one. We might be getting a draped cape and we might be getting a wired cape. As I say, no blurb as of yet, but no doubt after tomorrow that'll be confirmed for certain. No confirmation on release date or price either on this guy. Probably won't, well, we won't get that until tomorrow either, but yeah, check the Inart's website out for those details in the next 24 hours. So yeah, looks like we're getting a drape cape, colours spot on, boots look excellent, although we're not that close up, but yeah, that sort of texture on the boots looks right, that sort of shin indentation there looks right, proportions. Now, we all know Mr. Cavill's proportions. We know other manufacturers have missed. This guy's thighs are too big. The producers of this shall remain nameless, but we all know who it is. To me, it looks like they've nailed that physique on, absolutely. From the length of the legs, the size of the thighs, the biceps, the chest area, all look amazing. Let's zip on to the next, another one here. Now we've got the slightly more serious of the two head sculpts on here, slightly more aggressive stance, and yeah, we've got that shine on the cuff, well, let's say cuff section. It says that slightly shinier area where the suit meets the wrists. We've got no visible seam line there where the fists are joined. Overall, yeah, absolutely excellent. The light plays off this beautifully as well. On to the next. We've got one a dark background, and we're seeing the base for the first time. Now, I believe we're looking at some kind of crotch grabber stroke, flight poles stroke, waist grabber. They've been a little bit cagey with these photos. They've not really shown that. I would like to see a dynamic flight pole. I think most Superman collectors will go for those taking off, landing and flight poses. It's sort of compulsory when you collect Superman figures, but there's no real hint at that here. But what we do have is that the normal understated Inart display base. I am a big fan, as regulars to the channel will know, of Inart display bases. I think, I've said this before, I'll say it again, I think they are exceptionally classy. They don't overpower the figure, however they place the figure, they ground the figure, but they don't detract from the figure. They're quite subdued, but in that subduedness, if there is such a word, it just speaks to a class which I really, really like. Superman logo on the front there, Man of Steel logo on the front, and not much else really. But overall, super impressive in that museum pose. I can see this being a no-brainer here, and this video is probably going to turn into a gush fest. Each one of these photos is absolutely incredible in my opinion. Just slightly angled there, we've got him looking off to the right-hand side, and it looks amazing. Let's zip on to the next. One of the few sort of action poses really that we have with this particular figure, and this is why I think we're looking at a wired cape here. This one obviously is wired, so 2 swap out capes if that is the case. Yeah, brilliant idea. So you can go for either look. I do like this wired cape look. I think it adds flow, it adds dimension, it adds action, and I just prefer them. Drape capes are fine if you're going to stick with a museum pose, but who's going to keep their action figures in a museum pose all the time? I can't think of anybody who'd do that, but love this pose. Very subtle, just that bend in the arms and the cape flowing off at the back there. It's that good, I used it for the thumbnail. On to the next. Close up now of this head sculpt. This is the frowny head sculpt, let's call it that. Just stunning, just absolutely stunning. As I said before, I'd love to find a fault here, but no, Inart have done it again. They've smashed it out of this park, over the park next door, adjacent to it, over the next 3 parks, and it's heading off into the sunset, in my opinion. Just stunning. Stunning work there, but yeah, don't take my word for it. Let the pictures speak volumes. Another one of the stoic head sculpt there. I know there's probably going to be some controversy about how this how this cape is attached. Is it exactly screen accurate? It looks it to me, with that slight hint of the suit there just showing below where the cape itself tucks in. Tone's right, the S is the right proportions, just everything is there. If you're a Cavill fan, if you're a Schneider fan, if you're a Man of Steel BVS, Superman fan, I think this really is going to be a must-have, and a future grail potentially, I think, as well here. Beautiful photo there with the wired cape flowing off in the background. So moody, so atmospheric, and so realistic. This is the thing, as I said before, that amazes me the most. It's just how far we have come. Such a time to be a collector. Really, really is. Where the choice and the quality in 2026 are just next level as far as I'm concerned. Amazing photo there, showing off that physique, showing off that shine. The sort of navel section there, I've actually revisited some photos from the movie. That's just the right size, perfectly placed, as are these sort of subtle six-pack ab detailing going on there, just right, and these very subtle lines that we see in the Man of Steel suit down the sides there, and in that navel area. Spot on, absolutely spot on. You can see them a little bit more in this next photo here, and those super shiny cuff areas as well. How this material is going to stand the test of time, I don't know. As I said, didn't get the BVS version. I would imagine they're going to use a version of that, if not an identical material. Yeah, so how that holds up would be interesting to see. Some of these materials don't hold up too well, but you know, let me know if you've had any nightmares with the BVS version with that material. But yeah, can't see it cracking and flaking too easily, but yeah, it'd be interesting to find out. And it's just the gift that keeps giving, this figure. Yeah, we're not going to get a shit ton of accessories with this because we don't need them. But overall, yeah, I am absolutely stunned. And it looks like he's got handcuffs on there. It looks like he's got the broken handcuffs on. So if are they going to come as an accessory? I assume they are. If they're being shown here, would like to see those metal as well, but who knows? Another one here. Yeah, I'm just going to zip through these now because yeah, I think we're looking at a milestone, most certainly in Superman action figures. Great shot, that one, and that sculpt's just looking superb. Love these sort of wistful shots up at an angle. They really do work with that head sculpt. Now, I think they're being quite careful here. I'm going to assume that with this head sculpt, it's going to be the neck's going to be attached to the body. So, will we see a line here around that neck area? We haven't really got any side shots, but I would imagine it'll be nominal if it's there at all. Full on there with the slightly angry head sculpt. Yeah, I'm definitely landing with this head sculpt being my personal favourite. I think that looks amazing. Mean and moody, dark on one side, light on the other, looking slightly down. Yeah, super aggressive, and the sculpting in that neck area there is just next level as well. Just amazing stuff. It looks to me here what they've done with this shot, and props to Inart for doing this, is they've tried to replicate the one of the Man of Steel promotional posters. I think they've just changed out Henry Cavill's image there with the figure itself, just to show you how good it actually is. But very artistic shot that, and I do like that with the sun behind him there breaking through the clouds. Just looks wonderful. And another one here, another promotional, well, I say promotional, another emulation of a promotional shot with him standing in the snow there, somewhere around the Fortress of Solitude, no doubt, with his hands open. Talking of hands, let's see if they've given us a shot of how many hands you get. Some beautiful photography here as well. That one, just amazing. Yeah, I like this idea of companies taking their figure and using some jiggery pokery and putting the figure into a movie poster style shot. We don't see enough of it because it really gives us that idea of how accurate this figure actually is. Shot of the bust again this time with the slightly snarly looking head sculpt. I'm going to assume that bust stand is made out of plastic, and then pretty much the whole head and shoulders affair is exactly the same stuff that they've used on the figure itself. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Beautiful way to display that spare head sculpt. We've also got the House of El Command key as an accessory. I'm going to assume that tiny little accessory is going to be sculpted plastic, and the hands are looking great as well. I've not really had a close-up of the hands here, so I can't comment, but they haven't let us down in the past in art. They're always beautifully sculpted, beautifully painted. The skin tones, textures, knuckles, fingernails, the whole 9 yards is normally there. Oh, talking of hands, here they all are. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 hands in total. We've got opening hands, we've got a gripping hand by the looks of it for that command key, and we've got fisted hands as well. I'm going to lean in here. Yeah, we've got the usual suspects: bone work, vascularity, shading on the knuckles. It's all there, and a shot of that base as well. Now, it looks to me like there is a little hole at the back there. So is it going to be a dynamic flight pole? Is it going to be a crotch grabber? Is it going to be a waist grabber? Who knows? We will have to wait and see when the pre-orders go up tomorrow. But I like it. Very simple. It's just that sort of cracked rubble effect, that almost torn up sidewalk look. And it just works. Yeah, very simple. Cracks in there. Paint applications look great. I'm going to assume it's sculpted plastic to give it that rock type look, and a very, very simple S nameplate, which I'm going to assume is metal on the front there. Simple yet beautiful, in my opinion. And that's it, folks. That's the last of the photos that Inart have dropped on us for this pre-order going up tomorrow. What are your thoughts? Are you a Zack Snyder fan? Are you a Henry Cavill fan? Superman fan? Inart fan? What are your thoughts on the movie? What are your thoughts on the director? On Inart? On anything at all? as always, nothing is off menu, so please drop a comment in the comment section below. For me, I think this is a bit of a no-brainer. As I say at the top there, having slept on the BVS version, I really can't sleep on this one. Unfortunately, this guy's good, but doesn't cut the mustard. And I pretty much think we're going to be looking at the definitive 1/6 scale Cavill Superman. Future Grail, no doubt in my mind at all. So yeah, I will be going all in, and as soon as it arrives, which I will expect will probably be sometime in 2027, a review will be going up immediately for it on the channel, so stay tuned for that. And I suppose all it remains for me to say is from myself and from Inart's take on Henry Cavill, a massive thank you for watching as always. I hope you've enjoyed it, hope it's been useful for you, and until next time on the channel, take care of yourselves and happy collecting.